Hey everyone, this is Joy of Joy Morris Beauty. I was recently diagnosed with alopecia and I'm going to be telling you a little bit more about it, so stay tuned. So I wanted to kind of talk to you all about what's been going on in my life this year. I know a lot of times people tend to only talk about everything that's happy and well, and for the most part with my lock journey, everything has been perfect, at least from my perspective. But I have kind of hit a place in my journey where I have some other things going on that I wanted to kind of share with you. So it all started probably within the past month or so. I know I was recently getting my hair retied, and my loctician, who I love so much, who I featured on my channel, she actually told me that something about my scalp looked a little different. So I was actually going to see the dermatologist anyway because I had some moles that I wanted to get checked out. So I thanked her for telling me, and then I went to the dermatologist. So I was blessed to find a Black female dermatologist, which I looked really hard for, because I know that, we as Black women, we have a lot of unique, issues with our skin and our hair. We're just unique, So I was blessed to find one, and my moles end up checking out. That's what I was worried about, and that ended up not being a big deal. And then I mentioned just really in passing about my loctician noticing my scalp looking a little different. So one thing led to another with my dermatologist, and she ended up diagnosing me with CCCA, which is a form of alopecia. And I'm going to try to CCCA stands for a really long phrase, which I'm going to try to say without butchering, but if I don't pronounce it perfectly, don't crucify me in the comments, okay? But it is concentric centrifugal cicatricial alopecia. So I have learned so far that there are actually a lot of different types of alopecia, but the one that I have in particular starts kind of in the crown and in the center of the scalp, and it spreads outward. And so there are a lot of different factors that could be factors. From what I have researched, I don't know that there is one main factor. So it's kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. I wasn't expecting anything like that. From my perspective, my locks have been flourishing, and they truly have. I've overcome my postpartum issues. My hairline has been filling back in. I actually had to get several new locks established along my hairline because my hairline has just come back ready, ready to grow. Thanks to a lot of, the TLC and, the treatments from The Ordinary and things like that I've been doing to my hair. So in general, my locks are very healthy, and my dermatologist made sure to let me know that. But with this particular form of alopecia, it's one part of my scalp that has the issue. So it's, like I said, it's in the center, kind of in the crown. I never really wear a center part. I'm a side part gal, so that kind of helps me out quite a bit. I don't do my own hair. I have someone else who does my hair for me, my loctician. So I think in that respect, I have to be so grateful, because I probably would have never even noticed that something was going on with my hair. Because I mean, who looks at the top of your scalp? So I was just really grateful, right then and there. And I have super thick hair anyway, which is why, my locks have grown so well. And so, like I said, it's just one particular part. You see all this gray. This gray is just, look at all this gray that I have in my hair kind of coming in. And I don't even know, to look at my scalp, that you could even tell that anything is necessarily quote unquote wrong with it, unless you were really intimately in my hair all the time, kind of like my loctician. My hair in general is really thick and full, but my dermatologist was able to figure it out, and she said that it was in a very, very early stage, which is another thing that I'm grateful for. I feel that you know, if my loctician wouldn't have said something, then I wouldn't have said something. And then it probably would have been caught a bit further down the line once it had progressed. And we would have to do some more progressive measures to kind of get it under control. So right now the focus is getting it under control. I am taking a topical steroid that my dermatologist has prescribed. But I wanted to share a little bit more about after I kind of thought about this and I started putting two and two together, I realized that I feel like maybe starting this summer, I did have some of the symptoms very, very slowly kind of building in the background. And I think some of the main symptoms have to do with scalp tenderness, just your scalp becoming very quickly irritated. I think in general, I mean, you could probably scrape my scalp with the nails and it wouldn't hurt. Like in general, I've never had like scalp pain, but starting this summer, I did start feeling like a very, very subtle headache at the top of my head. Very, very subtle, like on and off some days. I would take some pain medicine for it here or there. Like I said, I didn't put all these details together till I thought about it. And, you know, I live in Dallas, so it's really bright and sunny here. So I'm always outside, always going on walks with my family. And I had went on a walk with my son recently within, you know, the period of time I was diagnosed. And my scalp was like on fire. And it was a really sunny day, just right up here, like this one part. And so I thought that maybe I had sunburned my scalp. And then I started researching like scalp sunscreen and is it possible to sunburn your scalp and things like that. That's kind of what I thought was going on. But, you know, the dermatologist figured out it's even a bigger issue than that. So I know so far just using the topical steroid, within a few minutes of putting it on, I feel just kind of like this release in my scalp, almost kind of like a release of pain. So I feel like this really, really barely noticeable kind of tenderness and pain has existed in my scalp probably for a while, but it's been so subtle that I didn't really even notice it until recently. And then also when my dermatologist was really kind of going through my scalp, I was like, yeah, that hurts exactly right there when you kind of, you know, kind of touch it or, you know, kind of mess with it a little bit. So this is where I am. Like I said, she said that we caught everything really early. So I feel really grateful for that. And I'm just going to be marching forward into the future. I'll be going every 3 months or so to get my hair checked by my dermatologist. And one thing that she did say was that I'll probably have to stop growing my locks at a certain length, because especially with part of my scalp having like the alopecia issue, my scalp is not completely healthy, like a healthy regular scalp. So at some point, I'm going to reach a point where, and she said, especially with your hair being as thick as it is, and I know I have really thick hair, she was like, it can only be so heavy for your scalp considering the issues that you have going on there. So possibly somewhere between shoulder or armpit was kind of, you know, just initially where I was told I might have to cut it. Not cut it, but I guess I will be cutting it to keep it there. So that kind of, I've had to kind of like really sit with that and wrestle with that, because I never, you know, I wanted to have mid-back length like Sisterlocks. I never shared like I think my dream length on the channel, but that is my dream length, and it's gonna have to stay a dream as far as it's looking like, because I'd rather have shorter locks that are healthy and as healthy as they can be considering my personal you know, health, versus having really long locks that would, you know, be too heavy for like my scalp and start having bald spots or anything like that, which I'm hoping and praying I won't get there. But you know, I'm just gonna be taking this one step at a time. I have a noise on my laptop that I'm turning off. But my dermatologist did, you know, she, as I said, I found a black female, so she knows all about locks. She said my locks were very healthy. She didn't see any issues with, you know, them being too tight or anything like that. She said they look great. It's just going to be the length you know, a couple years down the road, somewhere around here, that might have to be it for me. And you know, here, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, somewhere around here, and I can live with that. So I still love my locks so much, and I'm gonna do everything that I can to stay on top of my personal health and to, you know, bring you all along on this journey too. Like I said, I showed you kind of what things were looking like. And I mean, it's real subtle. You can't even really tell. Like she said, it's very early, but you see more of my gray hair than anything else, because I've had like this streak of gray hair coming in the middle of my scalp. And now I'm really not sure what to do with it, because I'm trying to be really careful with my hair, especially now that I know what's going on. And so I don't want to put anything on my scalp that would irritate my scalp. So any dreams that I had to dye it, these, you know, wonderful dreams that I'm going to do this color and this color, I'm not sure about that anymore. I may just stick with like a temporary rinse or something like that. I'm just going to give myself time to figure it out. The other thing too, is this particular type of alopecia. I don't know about the others. I've been thrown into this world that I'm having to learn. But so far from what I have learned, CCCA can possibly have like a connection to your autoimmune system. So I've had to follow up with my primary care physician just to make sure that I'm good. So I've been going through testing and things like that. So far I haven't really found anything. So, but this is me just trying to, instead of having an emotional reaction, I'm trying to be very logical about how I kind of approach this situation. You know, I'm 39. I want to have my hair for a long time. I want to be, you know, I'm trying to be healthy and healthier. I've been losing a lot of weight. I'll probably give another update on my channel soon. But I'm trying to do everything that I can to stay on top of my personal health and to take care of myself. I've been looking into anti-inflammatory foods and anti-inflammatory diet, which, you know, I've been discussing with my doctor. And I'm already kind of halfway there with my eating, because I do eat, you know, really clean and healthy in general, since I am, you know, on my weight loss journey too. But that's something else I'm going to be kind of looking into. So, you know, between my dermatologist and my lactician continuing to help me, you know, maintain my hair, my primary care physician giving me dietary advice and just helping me stay on top of my health, and me just, you know, trying my best not to stress and, you know, just kind of take care of myself and just live life each day. That's just where I am. I'm very grateful still that I have locks, because I'm not sure what else I would be doing to my hair if I didn't have locks, especially now learning that I have, you know, the early stages of like a scalp issue, because I literally do nothing to my hair. I get it retied every 6 weeks or so. Now I'll probably wash a little less frequently. I enjoy washing once a week, but I may switch to every 2 weeks, just to kind of minimize, you know, any type of just tension. I mean, not tension, but, you know, just to leave my scalp alone, basically. So but I mean, as you can see, my locks are still growing so nice and healthy. I love them dearly. So if they end up just being shorter to keep them healthy, if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do. So I'll definitely keep you all posted, but just wanted to let you know what was going on with me. All in all, I am still absolutely loving my lock journey. It's a journey, so this is just part of my journey. And again, just really grateful for the team that I've built up to help me kind of make sure that my hair is healthy and take care of my hair and my health, including, you know, my lactician, my dermatologist, and my primary care physician. So we'll take it from there. And I'll be giving you guys updates on it too. So if any of you out there have alopecia or CCCA, would love to hear about that. Feel free to leave your comments or your questions in the chat. I can't promise that I can answer any alopecia or CCCA questions, since this is all news to me and I have a lot to learn about all of those things. But, you know, feel free to leave comments below. And thanks always for watching, you all, and I'll be in touch pretty soon with another update. Take care. Bye.